In this tutorial, we're going to have a look at how to use Adobe Voice to make an audio-based video podcast for students to deliver key ideas or concepts. So, assuming that you've managed to get hold of Adobe Voice via the App Store, let's open it up. So, it's very likely that the first page that you will see will look closer to this. I was already signed in, and this will be you. Now, to make this work, you will need to go through the Get a Free Adobe ID and follow the instructions. Once you've got your ID through, using your school email address and setting up a password, you can get signed in and start to have a play. Now, you can click and explore to find presentations that already exist, which is this home page. You can go to your own projects that you already have, or what's more likely is you're going to click on Create New Story. So you can give it a title here, and then you can choose a guided format. Now, to be honest, I tend to prefer the make up my own structure, though it may well be worth having a look at some of the predefined structures, especially if you're going to get students to use this. So I click on pick this one, and it takes me through. So there are three basic options. At the top here we have layout, and there are options: one thing, two things, full screen photo, thing and a caption, thing and a full photo. It keeps it nice and simple. I tend to work with 2 items. As we can see here, I've got an option once I'm inside one of the boxes here of icon, photo or text. I think it's simple to put a simple idea in, then accompany that with either a photo or an icon. In the photo option, you can go straight from your iPad, or you can find photos, which is a little bit like a Google search, and it might find you some relevant images. However, I like the preloaded icons, so I'm going to click on icon. We can see I've got the word ideas already in, and now we've got somebody having a eureka moment in the bath. Then we use the plus button to add further slides, where we can again change the layout and so on and so forth until we have the relevant content. So I could use student work if I so wanted to, and use various slide layouts to change how this works. Now we can go into themes and select how we would like this to look. And then before we add our own audio, I can go into music and choose by clicking on the many options one of the lovely little themes there. We also have a volume controller here, which will change the level of audio on the music. So now we're happy with that content, I can go to my first slide, which I'm on. As it says here, hold to record, and now it's recording anything that I say. Best thing is to keep it short and sweet per slide. I can now check that recording, and now it's recording anything that I say. Best thing is to keep it short and sweet per slide. So there we go. I can now move to my second slide and repeat the process again, adding more audio by holding on the record, and off we go. And here's the third slide with lots more text. So I can now click the play button at the very bottom, and this will play my whole piece from beginning to end. And now it's recording anything that I say. Best thing is to keep it short and sweet per slide.
adding more audio by holding on the record.
And as we can see, some gentle animations have been added just to give a little bit of movement and a professional quality to the final piece. So, what do we do next? We need to share this content. So notice at the top right there's the upload or share icon. At this stage you'll have to keep it as public, but if I click on the camera icon and click on the share, this will export the content out direct onto the iPad. Obviously a longer video will take longer to export, and then we're done. So the next question is, how do we share that video? Well, you could forward it on to Mr. Norton, who would make it available by the school YouTube channel. You could upload it onto the VLE, or you could in fact upload it using the Magellan app on the iPad. So I'm going to go into Magellan. I'm already logged in. I'm going to go to my home directory, find my e-learning folder, Staff CPD, and then I'm going to click on Upload and go to Choose Existing. If I go into the video section, there's the video. I can play it to check that it's the one I definitely want.
And now it's recording.
Click on News, and that will upload into my area with the school network, which will then sync with my laptop the next time in. Obviously that could be uploaded to the teacher area or the S drive. If you want it to be accessible to students at home online, following the YouTube or VLE route would be ideal. So that's how to use Adobe Voice and share that content. Hope that helps.